Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 11th May 2024. So here I am taking daily edition of Hindu and we are going to pick out important articles from our examination point of view. So after picking out of articles, we are going to see in different dimensions. So that multi-dimensional approach is very useful for mains answer writing and even to write a very good essay. Okay, so this is the way to read current affairs for any competitive examination which is having description paper. Clear? So this is front page and there are two important articles which are relevant from our examination point of view, the two from our front page. So let us see first one. So first article is about industrial output. So what happened in month of industrial output of March? So in month of March, there is slowdown of industrial input. That is to 4.9% when we are comparing with preceding month. That is with February, when we are comparing with March, there is a slowdown to 4.9% we can see. So what is the keyword? The keyword here is industrial output. So why industries and their performance is important? Yes, you have to know that. So before saying that, I want to announce about our grand test. That is all India grand test that we are going to conduct in this Rathod Academy. So here, if you want to unlock your UPSC success and if you want to see whether you are ready to write this your prelims or not, this is the pathway to UPSC victory. So this UPSC victory will be start here. So we are going to conduct 5 prelims grand test. How many? 5. So in this 5 you have GS and additionally we are also providing 2 CSAT because CSAT is becoming tough day by day. So here we are providing even 2 CSAT tests. And these 5 tests which includes 100 questions each. So 500 questions are most expected topics from your prelims 2024. And these questions are of high quality and they are prepared by highly qualified expert team. And I want to show you one more thing. Let me show you. Yes, this is our new website of Rathods IAS Academy. Okay, you can see here. So this is home, about our courses, free test, everything will be there. So this is our course and you can see what is this course and why you have to take this course. So first one is to assess your level of preparedness for this prelims 2024. And next important advantage is you will be getting familiar with the examination pattern and even that will reduce examination anxiety as well. So because of anxiety in examination, even though you know the answer, you will be going wrong. To reduce that, this test series is very important. And next one is you can identify your weak areas and you can focus on improving them in this month so that there is a high chance of clearing this prelims. And this is an excellent opportunity for candidates to practice and to revise entire syllabus because we are conducting all these 5 GS or full length test. And next one is we can also focus on time management skills and we are also going to give you the feedback so that it will be helpful for understanding where you are lacking back. And what are the features of this course? So we are providing 5 GS full length plus 2 CSAT tests so that there is a comprehensive coverage of your syllabus. And next one is there is negative marking of minus 0.66. And next one is current affairs also integrated here. And we are going to give you comprehensive answer key. So in that answer key, explanation will be there for 1 page. So if you go through that, then you can easily revise your static plus current affairs. And we are also providing you performance evaluation and even all India ranking. So these are the dates of this full mock test. So first test is on 15th. Okay, first test is on 15th May and this is of free. So everyone can write this test. After taking this test, then you can understand the fire of examination. And if you like that, then only you can go for purchasing of this course. And you will be having CSAT. So actually the timings is like how UPSC is conducting. So in the same timings we schedule that from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. But if you are not if it is not possible for you, then you can take in your free time, but at least take these 2 sessions. Okay, last GS and CSAT, we are going to conduct GS on morning session and afternoon CSAT. Okay, so at least take 2 tests on that timing. So because of that, then you can modulate your mind and you can arrange your body circadian rhythms according to this examination timings. So the cost of this course is just 500 rupees only. So with this 500 you will be getting 5 tests and along with 2 CSAT, along with performance evaluation as well as all India ranking, everything you will be getting, and you can cover entire syllabus. Okay, so keep this in mind and you can join this course. And if you want to join this course, in the video description I am giving you the website link and even app link also. You can download the app and you can use the app directly. Okay, so this is a new website and new app, so I am giving the links in description, use that. And even today's Hindu analysis notes I will be posting here in this free downloads. Okay, so there you can get the notes. Okay, now let us move back to our Hindu. So before saying Hindu, first of all let us see the dimensions of first article. So first article, it is about industrial output, right? So why industrial output is important? If you see our economy, so economy of not only India but any country, we have primarily 3 sectors. Important 3 sectors. First one is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Apart from this, we have quaternary and as well as quinary sector. So for time being, so we are going to discuss these 3 things. Okay. So first, primary sector is nothing but agriculture, and secondary sector is industry, and tertiary sector is service sector. So agriculture means nothing but farming and allied activities like animal rearing, animal husbandry, etc., fisheries. In this industry, we are focusing on manufacturing of goods. Okay, what is that? Manufacturing of goods and services. But this service will comes under directly the service sector. In this manufacturing, we are talking about goods production. So if you see word economy, what is meaning of word economy? So this word economy is nothing but production of goods and services. So economy is all about this production of goods and services. So this goods we are producing through this secondary sector, that is industries or manufacturing. So if this manufacturing sector is not doing good, means it will be having negative impact on our economic growth. Yes or no? And if this economy, this manufacturing is doing good, means we can see positive growth on our economy. So if you compare Indian economy with other neighboring countries' economy, for example, you can take dragon country China. China is very good at secondary sector manufacturing, and even if you see Japan, Japan is also very good in this secondary sector. But what happened to India? So normally every country will be progressed from primary sector to secondary sector and secondary sector to tertiary sector. So this is the way. But what India did is from directly primary sector we jumped to tertiary sector. So we didn't focus on this industry or manufacturing. So this is a mistake done by India. So as you all know that now India is 5th largest economy in the world. So even though directly India jumped from primary sector to tertiary sector, India is the 5th largest economy. So if India had focused on this second, it might have beaten this China or Japan. Okay, so this is the mistake done by India. And now here you have to see, in this industries, we will be comparing output of certain core industries. Okay. So you have to see which are those core industries and what is this index of industrial production. Okay, so this index will be monitoring or which is giving the data of industrial output in India. We have to see that. And even you have to understand why we are calculating how these industries are performing, why we are coming up with this index. That means you have to know significance. So with this index, what is the use? So why we are going? So all these things are very important. And even you can get prelims question from this core industries also. So now let us see this article in detail. Okay, so this topic is important from your economy point of view only, and we can't connect with other subjects, but there is a little chance of connecting this topic with international relations, where we are comparing India's economy with economy of neighboring countries. So from that way we can connect. And now let us see why it is a news. So India's industrial output growth had decreased in month of March. So in month of March, so this industrial output growth slowed to 4.9%. But if you compare with February, in February it was like 5.6%. So from 5.6 it decreased to 4.9% in month of March. So this is the thing which mainly said by National Statistical Office. National Statistical Office revealed that with base effects from last March, when output had grown a feeble 1.9%, boosting the uptick. So here this article is saying that from mining sector, so there is a decreasing of growth. So it is 19-month low growth which had been recorded in this mining now, and even electricity generation had been increased. So earlier it was like 1.6% contraction, but now it had been raised to 8.6. Why? Because of heat waves. Okay, because of heat waves. So because of summer season, there is increased demand for electricity or power, because now we are using ACs, air conditioners, coolers, and using more refrigerators for cooling of water to drink, and fans, and summer holidays. Because of that, so children, they will be sitting in front of television, right? And they will be playing more and more games on mobiles. So there is increased demand for charging. Yes or no? So for all these years in this electricity sector, there is a growth which is seen in March 2023. So here if you see details, it says that manufacturing, which constitutes 77.6% of index of industrial production, and actually so there is a growth. It had been grew a 5-month high at a pace of 5.2% in March, and relative to mild 1.5% upstick in the same month last year. So we are not going to see these numbers. It is not at all useful, because always UPSC will not be asking any question regarding the numbers. So only just see budget highlights, and as well as economic survey, so that you will be getting authentic data of that year. So every month or every 3 months or quarterly, you can't remember this data. It will be like very hectic, especially from economy point of view. So if you are talking about this index of industrial production, so this IIP, it is an indicator, and this indicator which measures the changes in the volume of production of industrial products during a given period of time. So this IIP, which is an indicator of industrial production, and actually this IIP, which is compiled and published every month. Okay, it is published monthly. Sometimes you can get a question in your prelims examination. They will be giving statement like, so it will be published quarterly, or once in 3 months, or once in 6 months, or every year, but it is published monthly. Every month you will be getting this. And which is the organization? That is National Statistical Office, NSO, which comes under MOSPI, that is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So MOSPI will be releasing this data, and it is a composite indicator. This IIP is a composite indicator because it measures the growth rate of industry groups which are classified under broad sectors. For example, we have mining, we have manufacturing, we have electricity, and even based on the use, for example, basic goods, and capital goods and intermediate goods. So what is the base year? Base year is very important. Base year is 2011 to 2012. Clear? And now let us see some more interesting points regarding this, why we need to see this index of industrial production. So here, this index which is used by government agencies. Who uses this? That is, government agencies will be using this index. For example, even Ministry of Finance will be using this, and Reserve Bank of India, and even some policy making purpose and for government purpose also they will be using this data, because it is extremely relevant. It is very important for calculation of quarterly and advanced GDP estimates. So if you want to go for GDP estimates, so this data is very helpful. And next one is you have to see which are these 8 core sectors. So from this area also you can expect your prelims based question. So what are these 8 core areas? So first one is these areas, they comprises of 40.27% of weight of items which are included in this index of industrial production. And this one is these 8 core sector industries. So you have to know like decreasing order and increasing order. So which is having the higher weightage. So refineries, they are having higher weightage. So after this refinery we have electricity, next is steel, next is coal, and after coal we have crude oil, natural gas, cement and fertilizer. So I want to give you one mnemonic so that you can easily remember this 8 core sectors. So let me write the mnemonic here. If you want, you can make a note. F-E-R-N-S. So I think you know about this fern. Fern, it is a bryophyta. It is a plant. And for this ferns, we have 3 C's. Okay. F is for fertilizer, E is for electricity, R for refineries, N for natural gas, S for steel, and 1 C for coal, and 1 C for crude oil, and 1 C for cement. So in this way you can remember these 8 core sectors. Clear? And if you move on to our Hindu page, so here you can see one beautiful image. So what is this image? Do you have any idea? So which bird is it? So this is Flamingo. This is a very nice bird. I am searching for a doll of this Flamingo. Okay, so now let us see this article in detail. So whenever you are getting any bird or any species per se news, so you have to see some facts. Okay, any species. For example, here we got Flamingo. Whenever you are talking about migratory species, so we have fly zones. From where they are coming and where are the halt places where they will be stopping. Like some birds will be migrating during winter, some birds will be migrating during summer, like that. So you have to see those flying zones or flying ways. And next one is you have to see what is the name of that species and some basic facts regarding that species, how can we identify that, and even protection status is important. Protection status is important. And next you have to see fly zones. Okay, and next one is you have to see in which lakes they are attracted and why. And we have CMS. What is a CMS? Convention on Migratory Species. What is that? And you have to see how we can protect those animals or birds or any species if they are migrating to India. And these migratory species are also facing some challenges because of climate change. You have to see what are those challenges and even what are the measures can be taken. Okay, so those are very important areas that you have to focus. And now let us see some facts regarding this flamingo. So actually recently we had this flamingo count. that is throughout India, that is pan-India level. So we are going to see some facts regarding this flamingo. So in India, we have 2 species of flamingo. So how many? We have 2 species of flamingo. One is greater flamingo, second one is lesser flamingo. So greater flamingo, they are widespread in India and they migrated to South India during winter. And in that South India, so they will be spending their time in reservoirs and mud flats, and these are listed under least concern in IUCN Red List. And next one is lesser flamingo. So lesser flamingo, they mainly seen in this run of Kutch region and northwestern part of India, and IUCN stated they are not threatened. So these are the 2 important things that you have to remember regarding this flamingo. And now let us move on to our Delhi edition. And just these 2 are important articles, and even in this city page I found nothing much important. So you can simply move on to other states pages. So most of the articles are political articles, they are not at all important. So leave that, don't waste your time in reading those articles. So here you can see one editorial which is very important. So actually this article is written by former Secretary General of Lok Sabha. So whenever you are selecting articles from editorials, you have to see who is author. Author is also very important. So here title says the fraying of model code of conduct. So here we are focusing on this word model code of conduct. So model code of conduct is very important from your polity point of view, and we are going to see that. So before saying that, why this is in news? Because again this model code of conduct is seen in news, in debates. Why? Because there are some senior politicians during this 18th Lok Sabha elections, they are violating this model code of conduct. So here you have to see what is model code of conduct and what are the challenges of this model code of conduct and what are the benefits, etc. And even I am going to give you one mains question regarding this model code of conduct after discussing this topic. Clear? Yeah, now let us see this topic in detail. So as I said, the model code of conduct has once again attracted in this national attention because some senior politicians, they violated model code of conduct in this election campaign of 18th Lok Sabha. Okay, so what is this MCC? That is model code of conduct. So this MCC, it is a consensus document. So it is just a document. So here political parties, they have themselves agreed to keep conduct during elections in check to work within the code. So they will be work within the code, and this is the sign or this is the conduct which is given by this people. And it helps election commission in keeping with the mandate. It has given under Article 324. So Article 324 talks about what? Please let me know in the comment box. And already we discussed this Article 324 number of times. So Article 324 of the Constitution, which gives the power to supervise and to conduct free and fair elections to the Parliament and as well as state legislature. So it is a power which is given to Election Commission of India to conduct elections for Parliament and as well as state legislative assemblies or state legislature, that too in free and fair manner. So to conduct elections in free and fair manner, so this article is saying that yes, you can impose model code of conduct to Election Commission. Clear? So this model code of conduct which is operational from the date when election schedule is announced. So when it starts, so on the date which election schedule is announced and how much time it will be present. So till the last date on which election result is announced. In these all days, this model code of conduct will be there. And this government, so in this model code of conduct, so government cannot announce any financial grants and even promise any construction of roads or any other facilities and make any ad hoc appointments of government or public undertaking during this time of code of conduct is in force. So if they are doing anything, then it will be like violating of model code of conduct. So what are the issues which are associated with this model code of conduct? You have to know that. So first one is enforcement challenges. So yes, EC is coming up with document and list of the things which comes under MCC, but enforcement of this model code of conduct, it can be inconsistent or it can be inadequate, and it also leads to violations that may go unpunished because of lack of statutory backing. So because of lack of statutory backing, sometimes it may not enforced properly. So because of this is one great challenge we are seeing with this MCC. And next one is ECI, Election Commission of India opposes legalization of MCC. So they also opposes legalization of MCC, and citing the need for swift completion of elections within approximately 45 days, marking legal enforcement impractical due to lengthy judicial processes. So because of this lengthy judicial process, also it is one of the legalization of MCC is also one important challenge. And there are certain provisions in this model code of conduct, so those scope should be expanded so that we can cover wide range of issues. For example, electoral funding, social media usage, hate speech, and even misinformation, disinformation spreading, etc. that we can include. So we need like more wider scope, but as of now we have limited scope. And next one is timing issues is also one important problem. So MCC come into effect only during election periods, okay, but after election period, so no one is bothering about misconduct. And there is also impact on governance. Some people argue that because of this MCC there are some restrictions on government announcements and even government activities during election periods that will be leading to under functioning of governance. So these are some issues. And apart from that, here this also says that we need some reforms. So there are some calls for reforming of MCC to address its shortcomings so that we can make this MCC more effective, and even we can ensure free and fair and transparent and accountable elections. So these are challenges which are given in this article. And now let us see what is the mains question. So I want to give you one question, as I said. Question is discuss the role of Election Commission of India in the light of evolution of model code of conduct, okay, which appeared in 2022. So try to write an answer for this question, don't forget. And now let us move back to our Delhi edition, and here you can see one important article, that is false and false. So this article is talking about one important AI, that is AlphaFold 3. So AlphaFold 3. So here you can expect a mains question and even prelims question. Like recently AlphaFold 3 is seen news what it is related to, and they may give option A, option B, option C and option D, and they will ask you to identify the correct option like that. Or else they may give consider the following statements regarding Alpha D, so AlphaFold 3, and they will give you 1, 2, 3, 4 statements, and they may ask which are current options or which are incorrect options. So in this way also you can expect a question from this area. And this topic is at most important from your science and technology. So let me give you dimensions. So first one is AlphaFold 3. First important thing is you have to know what is this and how it works and what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, okay, what is the applications, what are the applications. So all these are very important, and this topic is important from GS paper 3 under science and technology. Clear? Now let us see this topic in detail. Actually today is Saturday, there is no op-ed page and there is no text and context, so we are going to complete news analysis fast. Okay. Yes, now let us see what is in news. So actually this AlphaFold 3, it is an artificial intelligence model. So who developed this? So this is developed by Google DeepMind and Isomorphic Labs. It is also very important if you are writing other state PSC examinations. And actually it is a revolutionary model, and this model, it can predict structure and interactions of all life's molecules, and also it is focusing on accuracy. Okay, and it is also going to focus on identifying behavior of all life molecules, and it will also includes like DNA, human DNA also. So it is a revolutionary artificial intelligence model. So this model, which is having the capability to predict the structure and interaction of molecules in a life, in an organism. Okay, and they will be also focusing on accuracy, and even they can identify the behavior of human DNA also. So this AlphaFold, it can generate molecules, joint 3D structure, and also it will reveal how they all fit together. And this one is it models large biomolecules, for example proteins, DNA and RNA, and also small molecules known as ligands, and also category encompassing many drugs. So all these things will be identified. And even this AlphaFold 3 model, so it is like a chemical model. Okay, it can do chemical modifications to the molecules, and whenever it is doing some chemical modifications, it can alter the functioning of that cells. So if there is any cell which had been disrupted because of the disease, then this AlphaFold 3 protein, it can change or it can control the functioning of that so and so damaged cell also. So in this way, this AlphaFold 3, it assembles, or it is same as the prediction using a diffusion network and those which are finding in AI generators. So actually what is the significance? So first one is it allows scientists to see circular system, okay, to see cellular system. So how the cells are there, how they are functioning. So is there any damage in the cells, or is there any alteration in the functioning? So everything will be seen. So it allows scientists to see cellular system in their complexity across the structures, interactions and modifications. And this one is this new window on molecules of life. So this reveals how they all connected, and also helps to understand how these connections affect biological functions, and for example how the action of drugs is happening, whether they are acting or not, and how the production of hormones is happening, because hormones is very important. So we have different organs in our body, they will be producing like different glands, they will be producing like hormones. For example, thyroid gland will be providing thyroxine, T3, T4, okay, so those are the hormones. And from pituitary gland, it will be releasing this growth hormone. So like that, there are different glands in our body, they will be producing the hormones. So this can be also monitored, okay, how the production of hormones is going on, and how we can interfere so that we can make the DNA repair in the damaged cells. So these are some important significance or applications of this AlphaFold 3. Clear? And now let us see next article. It is about Rafa attack will lead to a humanitarian disaster, says United Nations. So where this Rafa is located? So Rafa is the southern part of Gaza Strip, right? And recently we saw like Iran wants to close this Rafa border, so that here the people who are living in this West Bank, they will not get proper humanitarian aid. Yes or no? So that is the thing, right? So now let us see what this article talking about. So let me give you the dimensions, what you have to focus exactly. So how you can get question from this topic? So recently Rafa border is seen in news, where it is located. The first question is like this. And next one is consider the following pairs. So one pair Rafa, and they'll give country like Sudan. And next another place, another country. Next one is another place, another country. Identify the correct pairs. So in this way you can get questions. So this is second type. And next one is Rafa border like hostages. And also another place. They may give like why it is in news. Okay, so in this way also you can expect questions from this area. So these are the three ways, or else you can get even map based question also from this topic. So here this article is talking about Rafa border. So first one is you have to know some facts, and next one is you have to know geographical location. And next one is why this had been attacked by Israel. So you have to know what is the strategic significance of that place, and what is the impact if Israel is blocking this border. So from Israel point of view you have to see, and from Palestine or West Bank side you have to see. So all these are very important. And now let us see why it is in news. So an Israeli ground attack in Gaza's Rafa would lead to epic humanitarian disaster. So if this border had been closed or attacked by Israel, then this will be like a great humanitarian disaster, which is said by United Nations. So a massive ground attack in Rafa would lead to an epic humanitarian disaster and pull the plug on our efforts to support people as famine looms. Because actually Israel is attacking this Hamas and as well as Palestinian West Bank region, right? So actually the people, they are not getting proper even food to eat. So they are starving for hunger. So they are seeking for humanitarian aid. But if this Rafa is closed or it is attacked, means completely there will be loss of connection. So this is the thing which mainly said here. And now let us see where is this Rafa is there. So here this is West Bank, right? Sorry, Gaza Strip. And here we have this Rafa crossing and is sharing directly boundary with Egypt. Okay. Yes, now let us see what is significance of this Rafa crossing or Rafa border. So this Rafa is very important because after this Hamas assault onto Rest crossing, so it is resulting over 300 casualties in the southern Israel part. And actually what happened, Israel closed these areas. So because of this, what happened, there is a stopping of entry of people and as well as exit of Gaza's people, and even they will be not getting humanitarian aid, that is a help also. So these are some important things which are mainly given in this article. And let us move on to our Delhi page. So there is no need of going through this ground zero page at all. So in this news page also I didn't found much important things. Okay, so here in this year you may expect question regarding Election Commission of India for sure, so focus on that. And here you can see one very important article. Health Ministry issues norms for confirming heat related deaths. So what happened here is, yes, heat stroke and heat related deaths are increasing in our country because of increasing of temperature. So this is the thing which mainly said. So here because of this we need to follow some guidelines, we need to follow some norms. So those have been given here. Okay, that is the thing which mainly given. So here you can understand some facts regarding what is this heat waves and climate change, how they are related and what are the measures can be taken. Okay, that's it. Election page, so you can leave this, don't worry. And in this page also I found nothing much important. So in this business page also nothing much important, but here you can see the word tea is given. So because of this you have to see tea board, and even in which states the tea is produced commonly, that thing you can see. Here in this world page I discussed about this humanitarian disaster. And next one is India backs Palestinian bid for full United Nations membership. So here you have to focus on United Nations General Assembly topic. It is very important. Okay, that is your homework today. Okay, that's all. So these are the very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. And if you really like this class, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. And please do share this video to your friends also, and do join this test series. It is only just 500 rupees, but it will be the starting step of your success. Okay, just invest 500 so that you can revise each and every topic for sure in the explanation part. So thank you so much for watching.